Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of part two, another live stream, two in a row. We'll probably have three in a row here if we're lucky. I don't know. Maybe we may not get to the third one today, but we're going to build the Kallax little 4x2 cube from IKEA. I started a live stream for a few minutes last night, and then I realized I didn't know where my hammer was. I actually have several hammers, and I don't know where any of them are, but I found one today. I was about to run out and buy one, but anyway, so we start getting into this. So I have the camera pointed to the floor. We start getting into the directions here. And IKEA directions are a little weird. It's the first time I've ever built a piece of IKEA furniture. I have built other similar Scandinavian, some assembly required furniture. So the main thing on this is it looks like it's going to go together fairly right there. Those two long pieces, two short pieces, and then the smaller pieces that go in the middle that form the cubes. So, and then most of it is going to go together with uh, pegs. That's why we need the hammer. So we got pegs, although the end pieces look like they'll go together with these screws. So it's like uh, it's like having a mime teach you how to do something, basically. That's what we're dealing with here. So anyway, we've got some parts. We've got some long screws. We've got some pegs, 22 of them. We've got some little brackets, and then we've got some short screws, an Allen wrench, a little tool to give you leverage with the Allen wrench, some little pads that I think go on they're like feet. Nice thing about this thing is you can stack it this way or you can stack it this way. So I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to use it as a TV stand. So I have a 55-inch TV right here that I'm going to put on there. And I used to actually use a different Scandinavian piece of furniture that I built a long time ago when I was in high school. And so that was my TV stand. The problem was it wasn't actually, well, the width of the stand, it had little fences on the side and the back. And the width of the stand was basically the width of the feet of my TV stand. And then my TV was not high enough to clear because the TV was then wider than the feet. The feet are here and the width of the TV is like this. So it wasn't able to clear those little fence things. And so I had to take some DVDs and put them underneath there to lift my TV up a little bit. So it was kind of hokey. And I did that about 6 months ago. It was right around the Super Bowl. I bought a new TV and I knew I was going to be moving. And so I was thinking about doing one of these as a TV stand. And I didn't want to go buy one. I didn't have an IKEA in my town. And so I was a couple hours from an IKEA. I didn't want to go buy one, drive, spend all day going to get one, and then have to move it 6 months later. So I just moved into a new house, and so I'm just wanting to get this done. I've got some stuff here that's just odds and ends that I need to put away. Some of it's going to go inside the stand once it's assembled. I've got some boxes that, let's see, we got one that's too far away, but I've got one unassembled. I've got three boxes that are already put together. They're gray, kind of a fabric box that go in the slots. So I'm going to put those in the bottom, and then I'll put uh, if my DVD and VCR will fit in the one of the shelves, I'll do that, or I'll put them on the top behind the TV or something. I don't really use them that much, but it's nice to have. I do have some tapes, and I have quite a few DVDs that, just my favorite movies that I like to watch. So I'll put some of those things in the top shelves, and then some other just stuff to display, knickknacks or whatever you want to call it, just stuff. So I got all kinds of stuff over here that's just odds and ends that need to find a home in my new home. And then I'm just trying to get my living room here squared away. So this is where I think that's going to be. I've got a brand new recliner that I built last night on a live stream, or I assembled it. I didn't build it. And it's going to go right back here. And then I've got a couch coming next week it's going to go over here and some little end tables and stuff, and then it's done. So can't wait because I've been moving. Seems like for 2 months. It's definitely been about a month of just moving out, driving, moving to my new place, getting unloaded, kind of get things, getting enough to live and then enough to get everything done. So I'm tired of being in moving mode. I just want to get back to living and just relaxing and enjoying watching TV and stuff. So without further ado, let's get this thing built. So we can see, you can see here. So I ripped open this box last night, and we got these are lightweight. So this one is it's called black brown or brown black or something. So yeah, so it's all kind of scratched up a little bit, but I think it kind of buff out. So we got on this we've got some big drilled holes and some more finished holes, I would call that. So we just got to figure out where these things go. So I'm gonna stand up. Oh, jeez, my knees are shot. Okay, so we'll just get all the parts assembled, and then we'll set aside, and then we'll figure out what's what. Here we got three of those. We got some of the smaller pieces. These are all very lightweight. We've got four of those. Oh, okay. So there's another big piece. And here's another one of these. So these are going to be the side pieces, these two. And then we should have two of these long. Here's going to be the top and the bottom. I really hope this goes fairly quick. That should be all the main pieces. Okay. Now, these ones over here, you can barely see them. Um, these are more of the interior pieces, dividers. Those will all get attached together with pegs hammered in with my hammer that I found. So, and then down here at the end, we should have all the parts. So I'm gonna get this thing out of my life. So we'll put it over here for now. And I'm thirsty. So this is a live video, so it's not polished. It's not edited. This is a guy who's never built a piece of IKEA furniture before, assembling a piece of IKEA furniture. I'm surprised how lightweight each piece is, although the box itself was a little bit heavy. Okay, so here we have, I don't want to break it. So we have here the parts falling into the camera. So we got all the pegs. We should verify that we have see, I just found a pair of scissors in my toolkit, which I have. The hammer that I found goes to this toolkit, and I didn't know there's a nail sticking out of there. It's really smart. I bought this toolkit about 25 years ago. I was like setting up my first apartment, and there's a few items are missing out of here, but there's a glue gun, staple gun, all kinds of mini screwdrivers, which I have other sets of those. Got nails and little electrical things. scissors. There should be a pair of pliers, which I have somewhere. I've got this screwdriver. There's some electrical tape, which is cool. It'd be nice if they had some, maybe a little more in the plumbing department. But anyway, and there's little nails everywhere that are falling out of this thing. Well, little did I know. Oh, I have the over on the counter. I have the tape measure out of here. This is how I found out because on the tape measure it says ladies' mate. I had no idea this was the ladies' mate. It doesn't say it, but I got this at Walmart, and um, I was looking for this. I looked it up online, and normally these are like pink, but this one is kind of a greenish aqua teal color. So maybe it's the man's mate. Anyway, a little backstory on my little toolkit, in which I found the scissors and the hammer. So okay, so what I need to do here is I just want to verify that we have the parts. So we're supposed to have 8 big screws. Here's the little tool for the Allen wrench. Got a couple of these, 2 of these. I'm not sure what you do with them. I think they involve, if you want to mount this to the wall, which I don't, 2 covers that I think go over those, 2 like little plastic covers. So I don't even see those on the list. But okay, here's the little feet thingies. And here's the little pegs. So we should have, that's the main thing, we should have 22 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Exactly. And then we should have 8 of these big screws. These are the ones that are going to go in the outside ends to hold everything together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we got 8 of those. We got the Allen wrench. 1, 2, 3, 4 little screws. Yes. And 2 of these little other thingies. That's what we'll call those for now. So looks like we have everything. And I'm gonna throw it all back in the bag so that we can keep everything semi-organized. Notoriously, it used to be when you'd buy this kind of stuff, you would always be missing critical pieces. So it's a really good place to start. Just like last night, I was going to start this project, and I looked at the tools required and realized I didn't have a hammer, and I could have substituted a pipe wrench or something, but I didn't want to bang this thing all up and do it half-assed. So okay, so we got all the parts. Looks like. On to the next thing is we've got a Allen wrench that's going to put in these big screws, and they don't show. Looks like let's get this. These long pieces here. What's going on with these? So these just have pegs. Looks like. Let's set that up. How many times do you think I'm going to knock these over? I hope the number is 0. Now these pieces and the other the other connections, these are the side pieces. And these have a wide hole on this edge and a small hole on this side. So I'm going to guess that this is going to be the outside where the screw is the top of the screws, the tapered portion here is going to go in there. So seems like that would make sense. Then I need the Allen wrench and the Allen wrench tool. But I could also potentially use my little DeWalt set up there. There's the Allen wrench and the tool. Okay, and we need some of these long guys here, and there's 8 of those, so there's 4 on each side piece. So let's get those back out. Okay, so we're almost ready. So again, you know, this is not edited and everything. I'll try to put some timestamps in this video so everything's searchable, but this is real life. We don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. So, all right. So this thing here, looking at the directions there. So this, like I got the, looks like a, oh, here we go. Get this little tool extender thing for the, looks like now we have some leverage on there. And then we have to put, connect the short pieces to the long pieces. So these guys, got to think about how I'm going to demonstrate that for you. So we need, okay. So these are going to go, okay, that's going to work, I think. Okay, so this is the inside. So we got the holes showing and everything. So those are all the interior pieces are going to connect there, which they're over here. I'm just going to slide them out of the way a little bit. Now these pieces are going to hook on this way. So here's the wide hole and then a narrow hole. It's the same hole, but it's, and then got this here. I'm going to go this. So we'll start connecting those. Get a couple of these long screws. They're going to go in like this. And I'm going to grab the bits for my DeWalt screwdriver. We'll see if we can make this go faster. So my little DeWalt screwdriver here came with these bits, which tend to have the right kind of an Allen wrench that will go right in there. So this one right here looks like this goes in there and it feels tight. So we will see if that will go in there because that will be a lot faster than turning an Allen wrench all day. So You can see me over here? Okay, good. So, oh yeah, that is nice. Then we have to see if we can line these up. Yeah, there we go. Let me get the next one going too, so I can see what I'm doing. Make sure it's going in the rail spot there. I think it is. Yep, going in there. It's just, problem is it's kind of not straight, but it will be. There we go. Now this one here, we just got to figure out how to maybe flip it over this way. There we go. It's just okay. Now we can come back with the Allen wrench and double check all these guys, but we got them in there for starters. Yep. Oof. Doing this on carpet would be a little more forgiving. So we'll go ahead and get this other side in. And then, let's see. Okay. So yeah, we'll get this side going together. Need 2 more screws. And there should be 4 remaining in the pile. There are. That's good. Always good to know. Okay, so I'm gonna have to pull this out. Yes. I can't see the lighting over here is not very good. So these should just push through, or it's a little help. Okay. I'm just trying to get these so the screw is poking out a tiny bit. Just like that. Now, should be able to line those up with these holes. There. Now we're lined up on the holes. We'll go ahead and get them in there a little bit more. I always like to alternate side by side, make sure everything's going together straight. Okay, so those aren't totally flush yet, but yeah, they're a little bit loose. We'll come back and tighten everything up, but we're off to a good start. So now Let's see what they say to you. Looks like, hope I didn't get ahead of myself. So it looks like we put this together. I might have put one end on too soon, but we'll see if it should be okay because they're a little bit loose. So then our next step is going to be put one of the small pieces in, and that's going to be with pegs. So that's the fun part. We're going to start hammering. And so I want to get this done. Okay, so these pieces have peg holes pre-drilled, so they'll go in. I'm going to start on this other end over here. So it looks like, and how do they have it shown? They're doing it. So yeah, they have it sitting. They have it sitting on its side. So we'll try that as well. Okay. So they have it like that. Can you see down here? Yeah. So, all right. So this piece here we'll have to put in like this with pegs, which means we'll take the packaging from the grill, and there was also some nice pieces of cardboard that came with this thing. So there were some pieces of cardboard that came with this thing. I'm going to use those to protect my floor and hopefully not be so loud. Let's see. So we got a couple pegs and a hammer. Let's go to work here. Let's see. All right, so we're going to go here. Just going to tap. Okay. And take these pieces. This thing should just go like that. So we have to hammer that and wire right together. So that's pretty nice. Then the next piece is going to be one of the bigger interior pieces, I believe. Let's see. I think I skipped a page. Yes. Oh, yeah. So now we're going to do the same thing with the bigger piece on the interior. I'm going to put a couple pegs in there. And we'll hammer it in there. So this looks like it's got pieces here. There you go. So like that. Interesting. So looks like we need 2 more pegs. Put one in. Okay, so these are going to go over here. Hopefully they'll just, yep. So they'll slide in there like that, and then we'll get 2 more pegs. Now, the way they're showing these next 2 pegs that go in here, it looks like they show them going all the way through. So we'll see if, hopefully they, oh yeah, they slide right through there. Nice. Okay. Problem is this one down here, I can't see. So there. Looks like that one's lined up. Yeah. Okay. So okay. So rinse and repeat. So we take another short piece, put in a couple more pegs. There's a little stop in there, so they, or the bottom of the hole is drilled to. So I forgot one thing. The let's see. So I'm gonna think about that for a second because I got ahead of myself. So this is gonna go right into those existing pegs. I think we'll be okay, hopefully. This one I'm gonna hold off to the end. I got ahead of myself. Okay, so this one here will just connect onto those existing pegs. I just can't see. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that's going together there, and then we need one more of these long pieces that goes in here. Fortunately, they're all like the same on all sides. Got that going for us. Let's put in these pegs go in. Okay. This guy will line up here. Crazy, you can see right there. Just flip it around, see if sometimes things just go in better one way or the other. So there we go. There we go. That went in. Now we got to put two through the both pieces here, and probably cool. The bottom one is like that's a hard one to see. This one just seems to, if you get that one lined up, the other one lines up automatically. So put those together. So we got one more long. No, we got one more. Right? Yep. Now we got one more short piece. Goes in here. So hard to see that. One, the lighting over here is just not good. And then also just looking down in the bottom of this. There, I got the kind of got the top one lined up that time. So the bottom one lined up. Okay. Now we got one more long piece. We need two pegs to go into the back piece there. And then we'll be okay. Okay. Now, if you really wanted to do this, I think this will disassemble. So which is nice if I move or something. If I'm moving short distance, no biggie. If I'm moving a long distance, I would want to disassemble it. But here's the increasingly hard part here. So, that thing lined up on there. Okay. Put on that. I think that's okay. Yep. Well, this one here, I think it's in. Okay. Now, here's where I may have goofed myself on this whole thing. Let's see how so the way they end this is they have the short piece go in. I put the end piece on, and I may have gotten ahead of myself. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I might have to take that off, which is with the cordless. That's easy. Let's just see if there's a way that I can get that. These guys. So I don't think I can get these off. So in theory, this is going to go in here. This might work actually. Well, this one together. That's all properly together. This thing here. Okay. That's all together. So that's all together. Okay, so I got really lucky on that. Okay. So then I guess the final piece is, how are they suggesting you get the last main piece on there? I still might be in trouble. Let's see. Nope, they have the two long pieces on here, and then they put the end piece on. So I may have to take that end piece off. Okay. So, and then we're done. Okay. So I want this over with. So let's just see, because I'm going to have these screws. Let's just do it. Let's just take this off. It's the only one I have to take off is this. So let's just get it over with. There we go. Okay. Okay. So that was my mistake. So they put the long pieces on. Okay. So all we have here is these. Okay. So we'll just set this aside. Then we have this long piece here, which needs to go on. This nice thing is everything's the same on both sides. So I But I have to figure out if this long piece, what we should have is pegs. Let's see how they do it here. Okay, so they put the pegs in here. They put the pegs in these pieces first. So I should have 3 pegs. Okay, 3 pegs. And then this will go on. What am I missing something? Oh yeah, and then we screw through the ends with the big screws. So these will go. Oh, so we got pegs in the top and the bottom. All these. My hammer right here. Okay. Should have 3 more pegs in here. Looks like we do if I can just get my fingers on them. 1 more peg goes in here. And I don't want to step on them. So we got that. Okay. So we got those all. Okay. Now, I think all we have to do is we just latch this guy on there. It goes on the inside, so we just gotta get this is the hard part here, is getting all these pegs lined up. They should line up kind of automatically, but there we go. There, those all went together quite nicely, I must say. Okay, now, then we get that on there, and then we latch on this end piece, which I've got the pegs are already in there, and then we screw in these guys from the other ends there. Like this one isn't just right there. Come on. Oh, this one came out. Okay. There, there we go. Okay. All the pegs are in there. Now I just have to put these, make sure everything looks good. Don't have any pegs sticking out anywhere. Okay. This one there is just a tiny bit loose, but that's okay. Okay, now they're all together. So now all we have to do now is screw. Oh, okay, so yeah. Okay, so I got to screw in those ones on the end, and these ones. So I got all 4 on this end over here. Oh boy, pulled it apart. So it's sitting so loose right now that now if you wanted to come back later, see, put some glue in these pegs, then this thing would be built tough. Okay. There's the hard part, is just making sure these are lined up. That's frustrating because this is the hard part. I just pulled these pegs out there. Okay, now they're back in. But what I can't tell, I think I'm lined up. These started. Okay. We'll get those in. And then we got to do the two down at that end. And I think we're golden. These have to be lined up. These really felt pretty good. Oh boy. These look like they're okay. This one here. Something just kind of popped out there. I think that's okay though. It's a little loose at the bottom, but I think we're okay. But I think I think this is okay. The problem is it's just not, it's just all trying to come together. Now, all the pegs are where they should be, I think. So, get these in. Those went in nice. They're not all the way in. They definitely will need to be tightened, finished off. Now, worst case scenario, if this doesn't work as a TV stand, I'll turn it up vertically, and I'll make it like a wardrobe or something. Yeah. Now this one down in this corner. This is the pesky one. There's always one. Okay, so looks like we're pretty much there, minus this one corner. I'm going to tilt this up this way. Oops. Try to finish off this last one. Okay, so they're all, I think they're all in now. Only issue is this might not be as tight as they need to be, but yeah, this one here isn't tight enough. So it's pretty well put together. I can tell I need to just tighten those with the Allen wrench, but it's uh, it's just a little bit. I can tell it's just a little bit imperfect. But that right there is pretty much what I was going for. And then my TV will go right up here. I'm just going to clean it up. The only other things, there are some spots here where you can screw in those other pieces. I think those are for mounting to the wall, connecting to the wall. This thing right now, as it is, even though it's slightly wobbly, it's rock solid. I mean, it's just a little wobbly because these need to be just hand tightened, but the everything else is it's just it's it's solid. It's level. You know, I can tell. I have a level on my drill somewhere, but it's good. The the only thing I'm going to do is I'll probably turn it around. So there's some pre-drilled spots here for those anchors. I think those are just anchors that go to the wall, so we don't need those. We'll just throw those in there, and then I've got drawers like little boxes that go in here. So and then these won't hold my VCR and my DVD, but um, we'll just put those up here behind the TV or something. Well, I don't know. We'll figure out a place for them, but I don't use them that much, so it's all good. And then this is good to go. So that went together pretty fast. It was an hour, not less than an hour. So that's good. I've never built a piece of IKEA furniture before. I'd say it, you know, it was actually pretty easy. I've done some of these before where there's really goofy parts that you have to screw in, where you screw in here and it screws in kind of like up through there and just stuff. So yeah, this is good, and it's the colors. It's just dark. I, it could be espresso. It's just they call it dark brown black. So it comes in white. Might come in gray or something else too, but I originally was going to get white. I'm glad I didn't because my walls are white. My trim is kind of a beige taupe or something. It's just off white. And then I have really light furniture, so then having like my chair and couch and stuff. So just having I have most of my other furniture is pretty dark. So just having this to kind of contrast that, and my floors are dark. I think you can see. So they're lighter, browner than this, but so I think this works out well. And if it doesn't work here, if my TV is too high or something, my TV used to be lower, like down around here. So I don't really like the TV too high because I don't want to sit there and look up. I want to look at it. So, but this is good. This works for me. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning into this episode of part two, building the Kallax, I think is how you say it. IKEA 4x2 cube shelving unit. Like I said, I've got some things that go in here. You can get wicker ones. You can get different colored kind of fabric covered little boxes that go in there. They're really simple. They're really pretty cool. So thanks for tuning in. This is episode part 2. We'll be back again probably tomorrow on the next one. It's getting late and I want to be done. So next one will be building bar stools live. We'll do it live right here on part 2. See you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. I can figure out how to end this. Goodbye.